know Doctor Who? And if you don't, then you can go.
Right, hello guys, watching Go.2, and today we're going to do basically which videos I think you should check out and why I think they're important for you to check out. If you're a Doctor Who fan, these are ones you must check out. Yeah, there's going to be other people's opinions and me other people thinking, oh, you didn't mention that one, you didn't mention that one. These are ones that I feel are important ones for people to check out. We're also doing the classic and new Who, so yeah, let's get on to it. Now, there's a lot more new Who than classic in my eyes because, well, I've noticed on the list, so yeah. Let's just get into it. Number one is obviously Earthly Child. The Earthly Child is the beginning, the beginning. It's always nice to start off and see how far Doctor Who's come, and it's a very important episode. It's not a good episode, like, it's alright, it's an alright average episode, but it's nice to see how it started, and it's nice to see the mystery behind the first Doctor and his granddaughter Susan and Ian and Barbara working at school and so on, and Coal Hill and all that jazz. You can definitely feel the tone change as well when you watch the very first episode. Like, everything's familiar. You know the TARDIS, you know the Doctor, you know all this, but the tone is completely different, and the music and the way the style is just so interesting, and yeah, it's nice to show where it begins. Next up is sorry, tickle in my throat there. The 10th Planet. Now, the 10th Planet is an important one because it is a regeneration story, and it is the first regeneration story. Yet again, like the first episode, Earth Child, 10th Planet is a vital one, so you get to see how the regeneration happens, and the first appearance of the Cybermen as well, so you get a little bit of a bonus there, and you get to just see the companions and how they work around it, and yeah, I just really enjoy it. It's an alright story, to be fair. I've watched it a few times, and yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. It's not the best regeneration story, but it's still good, and yeah, it's them testing the water and seeing how it would work with the regeneration, and I like it. And it's a vital one for you to check out. Next up is Power of the Daleks. Now, we don't have the original for that, so we have the animation, which I've got over there in the box set somewhere. Yeah, I think Power of the Daleks are a vital one as well, because it's the first Doctor's outing story. And just like the 10th Planet, you get a bonus, you get the Cybermen. Power of the Daleks, you get the Daleks. I mean, it's interesting. It's a good one to check out and see Patrick Troughton's first performance, I guess, as much as you can through animation. Next up, we have the Three Doctors. I missed out the 10-parter of Patrick Troughton's regeneration story. I have missed that out, and I know a few of you might mention it, and why didn't you mention it, sort of thing. I've just missed it out. I don't think it is very important. It is a good story, certainly, but it's not as important as others, so yeah. Next up is the Three Doctors, the first multi-Doctor story. I love a good story like this. Omega's brilliant in this, and the Doctor, the second Doctor and the third Doctor bickering and starting out, and Joe's with the Brigadier, and the second Doctor seeing the Brigadier was quite interesting dynamic as well, to be fair. And yeah, the first Doctor gets a little part as well, so yeah, Three Doctors is one to check out, and it's definitely a more modern tone you get, and it's more interesting, and yeah, I would recommend checking it out for a first multi-Doctor story. You get three Doctors in one story, a bonus. Spirit in Space, the first episode in colour. The Three Doctors. You get to see how they test it with the colour aspect, and that's completely different. And it's John Pertwee, my favourite classic Doctor's first story. So yeah. Now we have Genesis of the Daleks, of course, number one best Doctor Who story. I think it has a sticker even proving that, you know. It is really, really good. Like, I struggle sometimes with a few of Tom Baker's stories, I have to admit, but this just flies by. It's a 2.5 hour amazing, just amazing. Harry, I really like in this. I think it's Harry, and I think Sarah Jane, she gets her own, she's going off on her own adventure and trying to find the Doctor and stuff like that, and you've got Tom Baker working in both sides, Davros tricking the other, and Davros in this is really good. You don't get hardly any Daleks per se. They don't say anything, but they are menacing when they're there. Right, Deadly Assassin. Yes. This is an important one because it's on Gallifrey. It's set on his home. He's left Sarah to go and find out, and the Doctor's being like backstabbed, I think, in a way. Like he's getting the blame on him, and he has to work around that. And the assassination is pretty cool. And we're on Gallifrey. I mean, it's an interesting one to see how the classics deal with Gallifrey as well, and see what his people's actually like. Right, next up we have the Five Doctors. Now this is my favourite multi-Doctor story, and this is my favourite classic Doctor Who story. So I really enjoy this. We get the Third Doctor and Sarah Jane meeting the Cybermen. Yes. We also get the Second Doctor and Brigadier, yet again, familiarity. And then you get the First Doctor meeting the Fifth Doctor, and you get Susan and Tegan going off on their things. And two masters, if you can count it, like there's a single glimpse of another master as well, and Cybermen and the master working together. Little subtle nods as well there. Next up is the Two Doctors. Really enjoy the Two Doctors. Well, it is and it isn't. It's a bit iffy on that, to be fair. Actually, like it's a good story in some ways, but it does drag a bit. Just get to see the Sixth Doctor and the Second Doctor, and basically the Sixth Doctor's trying to save the Second Doctor from trouble, and you get Jamie and the Sixth Doctor working, and that's quite a nice different dynamic to see. And Sontaran's being backstabbed and then by the Doctor and then backstabbed by the others is quite funny, to be fair. Survival, the very last classic Doctor Who story. It's nice to see how it all ends. The book ending, it's quite interesting. I recommend checking it out. And Ace is pretty cool in as well. And the Master with the tigery cat people. TV movie. It is a bad one. I'm not a fan of the TV movie, to be fair. But if you want to see how the Seventh Doctor regenerates into the Eighth Doctor and to see the modern technology for the first time twisting it around, it's quite an interesting one to go down, I guess. Next up is the modern era now, Rose. A very important, vital point to start in. And yeah, it's brilliant to see the Ninth Doctor war-stricken and that mystery. I love the Doctor being a mystery. And parting of ways and Bad Wolf, the Ninth Doctor's first regeneration. We get to see Captain Jack, we get to see Rose, we get to see the Daleks at their most dangerous, the game station, all these certain stuff. And it is a vital one I recommend for you to guys check out, because it's the Ninth Doctor's last bow, and you see all these threads come together from Series 1, and it is such a big story. And yeah, I really recommend, if you haven't, I think you should. I think most people have seen the whole of Modern Who, but if you haven't, check it out. You won't regret it. If you haven't checked out any of the classics, check out the ones I mentioned, because they are important ones to check out, to be fair. Next up is School Reunion, Sarah Jane and David Tennant meeting, and K9. I mean, yes. And a brilliant villain as well, the Krillitanes. Next up is Utopia. Just in here, that music in the background. The Master's music. Brilliant timing. Next up is Utopia, because the Master is revealed. I am the Master. And it's just really good. And it's the first regeneration properly we've seen the Master regenerate. I know we've seen the Master take a body and form before, but we've never really seen him regenerate, and this is such a good one to see and prove that other Time Lords can regenerate. It's not just the Doctor. Next up is Stolen Earth and Journey's End, a very big story, all the Doctor's companions, showing how menacing the Daleks is. This is my last fate. I think this is the last good Dalek story we've ever had in Doctor Who, in my opinion. I don't think we've really had a good one since then. To be fair, they've been average to bad, in my opinion. So I really enjoy this, and it's the last Dalek story I recommend you checking out. Waters of Mars, showing how dangerous and how vital the Doctor needs to be to have a companion to keep him on check. And you see, when the Doctor doesn't have a companion, what he's like, and he loses himself very badly. And The End of Time is my favourite of Modern Who. I've rewatched it so many times. It is the most rewatched story I've watched Next up is the 11th Hour. The first, you get to see a take on the, I think it's the best the Doctor story, where it's the beginning. You know, their first story outing. I think it's a brilliant one for Matt Smith to show himself and show his worth and explore this little village and Prisoner Zero has escaped and, yeah, prove himself. Next up is Day of the Doctor. Another good multi-Doctor story. I think I've said all the multi-Doctor stories on the list. I think you should check all the multi-Doctor stories out. Yes, I really enjoyed Day of the Doctor. I watched it in the cinema. I have memories of that, and it's so good to remember. And it's got some plot twists and scenarios, so yeah, it's worth checking out. Next up we have Season 8 finale. I forgot the name of it, so I put Series 8 finale. Darkwater Death in Heaven, is it? I think it is, I'm not sure, it's too far. But just check out the finale of Series 8. Missy's first of the female Master regeneration, and the Cybermen yet again and the Master. And it's a good one, it is a good one. A lot of people don't like it. I like it, I really find it intriguing. I suppose Danny's there. A lot of people are bothered by Danny. I'm not bothered by him, to be fair, so he's there. Right. Doctor Falls, Wild Enough in Time, and Twice Upon a Time. I count this as a three-parter. This is a regeneration story you have to check out because it has the Cybermen, it has the Master, two Masters, a female Master and a man Master. Then we have two Doctors. We have the First Doctor and the 12th Doctor regenerating. You get that missing link from 10th Planet, and then you also get 12 accepting and regenerating into a female Doctor for the first time in Doctor Who. Well, we'll get onto that, but like acting wise, the first female Doctor. And yeah, it's worth checking out on the list. Next up we have The Woman Who Fell to Earth. I really enjoy this one. It's a good one for Jodie's first story, I find. It's one of the best of Series 11. Series 11 wasn't my favourite series, but this was a good one out of it. And yeah, I recommend checking it out if you want to see the female First Doctor in action and seeing her first story. And seeing how the companions get together from the modern era of companions. It's a very vital one, I would say. Fugitive of the Shadoon is where it all starts to happen. The mystery of the Roof Doctor and Captain Jack. You missed me, right? Yes, I did, John. Yes, I did. And yeah, Jodie's performance is incredible with it. And of course, the Shadoon, a familiar villain who you should definitely check out. And if you haven't watched much of Jodie Whittaker's era and you've stopped for some reason, I would check out this episode. And I would also check out, well, actually, this episode and The Woman Who Fell to Earth. This is the last one on the list, and this is where everyone's going to hate me. I'm hiding behind my stomach. The one you should definitely check out is The Timeless Children. I can hear people booing already. Now, this is everyone's up in air over it. Some people like it, some people absolutely hate it. This is the Doctor's origin story. Whether you like it or not, it kind of is. So it is a vital one for you to check out. I'm not going to say it's a good idea. I'm not going to say it's not a good idea. I'm just going to say you should check it out and make your own opinion. And then maybe check out my review on the channel of it. It'll be on there. Just scroll, you'll see it. Or it's on the playlist of Series 12 ranking. Check out my playlist of Series 12. Or check out other YouTubers on the review of it. But I highly recommend you definitely check out this for the Doctor's origin. And yeah, that was it. That's all my stories I recommend you to check out. Whew, that was a long list, wasn't it? Altogether, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 classics, and we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 New Who. So 6 more than the classics. Check them all out, and yeah, so 26 you need to check out. And yeah, let me know if you've seen them already and what's your opinion of them. Particularly the Timeless Child's going to be on the comments, probably, I don't know. whoever sees this, you know. Yeah, check them all out and let me know what you think. And I'll see you guys for another video very soon. Remember to subscribe and join us on this journey of a lifetime. Have a nice day.